What's going on, YouTube? This is DUBSEEZ Chronic. So that you know, it's DUBSEEZ Chronic. What's going on, people? That's what's up. That's what's up. We here at my little small little garden. You know, I just try to keep it moving, keep it pushing, keep it going forward. Excuse me one second. Excuse me. You know, all that chronic. My goodness, my goodness. Okay, so what it is we uh transplant season, and I'm happy to say that our tomatoes are starting to come through, y'all. One time for the tomatoes. Come on, shout out for the tomatoes. And the place to be. Tell me when you have that nacho supreme, or when you have that tomato a spaghetti soup, whatever it is, tomato soup. That's what these are. That's what they do. So shout out to the tomatoes coming into the place to be. That's an onion. We're still waiting for this tomato to pop in. I don't know that. I think I put some seedless cucumbers in here, and I thought that they were going to at least produce something, but I don't believe they're going to produce anything. But we're still going to track it and see what happens. All right, shout out to the seedless cucumbers. But not like the tomatoes. The tomatoes are coming through, and you can even see little buddies. You can see the little tomatoes coming in, looking good, looking good. Thank you, Jesus, and the place to be. All right, but what we here's is now the peppers, as you can see, are starting to outgrow the pots that we have planted them in. So some of them got 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Some of them got 1, 2, 3. Some of them got 1, 2. Some, 3, 4. It's all over the place. So what I did is I went and got some more soil, and let's give a shout out to the soil that we're using here. I believe it's floral potting soil that you can find at Walmart, pretty cheap. I believe it's like $2.50 or $1.75 or $2.75, or they're still jacking us, but we got to do what we got to do. All right. Anyways, so what I'm doing is taking all these nice, beautiful green, red, or yellow peppers, because I don't knows. All my plants are I don't knows. That's crazy. They're I don't knows. You know what I'm saying? So we already done beat through this bag here in the first stage. So we got a little bit left in there, and we're going to use that up, utilize that, and put them into the new pots that we've done got. And these are also from Walmart, and as you can see, they're $1.75 at the point in time. So get them quickly, because they could go up to $2.75 any day now. Be careful. So what's going on in the place to be is I bought some more planters, a little bit bigger ones than the original ones that they're in, because they're getting too big. So I need to transplant them into here, and that's what we're going to be doing right there. So we got our onion over here, we got our tomatoes, we got our green peppers, and you already know. Oh, okay, you guys don't. They're not here right now, but they're doing their dang thing. Let me tell you that much. They're doing what they got to do. I'll bring them over, and we'll take another shot of that as well. Actually, I'm going to keep this into the video. I'm just going to press a pause, and I'm going to go get a shot of them and bring them over and see what we're doing over there with them. All right, so we got the new potting soil. We got the new potters. We're going to have to transplant them. So that's what we're going to be doing today in the episode today. So if you haven't done so already, what I want you to do, come on already now, people. What I want you to do, I want you to smash that like, share, and subscribe. Show people what we're doing on the channel, so that we can be able to give the information that we're getting on this channel and put it out to the rest of the world and the globe. And we can learn to do that through you. You're on this channel for a reason, or else you wouldn't be listening to me saying this to this. We're already 4 minutes into the video. So if you're still at the video right now, smash that like button for yourself one time, for your boy one time. We're going to be doing some interesting things in here. It's not just like a garden. It's a garden. We got a little bit extra in the garden. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to be doing in there. DUBSEEZ the foolery, you know what I mean? DUBSEEZ Chronic, you know what I'm saying? So, but we also see the rest of the vegetables, so that we don't want to lack away from those as well, because they give our bodies the minerals and the vitamins that we need in order for us to grow and have longevity with health. And so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to stop this up. We're going to get this going. We're going to keep the video going too long. So that's what's up. And if you haven't done so, what I want you to do right now, smash that share, like, and subscribe button. Share with the family. Let them know what's going on in the place to be. Let me set this place up. Let me set this thing up real quick. putting it onto the tripod, so give me a second here, y'all. Work with a player, work with a player. Work with a player, work with a player. There we go, okay. Alright, now. So, y'all be able to see what I'm doing. Should I put some music on? No, because every time I try to put my music on, they don't. I also make music, you know what I'm saying? So, but they're not allowing me to put my music with my videos. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, depending on what platform I'm with. Whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, I already said Instagram, what do we say? We got just all the different platforms, you know what I'm saying? If I missed any of the platforms, please forgive me. You know, we're working with this. You guys are not giving me a whole lot to work with, but we're doing what we can. We're making it work when we can, but I don't like this angle. I feel like we're missing a little bit in the angle. So we're gonna move this over here real quick. And let me see if I can angle this a little bit. And I have to put something on this so that this doesn't fall. And then there we go. Let's see if we can angle this down a little bit. But y'all are getting adjusted to what we're doing, you know what I'm saying? I'll let your boy DUBSEEZ KRONIC in the place to be. And I'm gonna bring those over as well. But this is what we do in the meantime. Well, everything's just growing. So we got green peppers or red peppers or yellow peppers or some kind of peppers growing in here, and they're doing pretty good. So what we want to do is to save them so that we don't need them to, you know what I mean, overgrow any other of them. So what we're doing is we're taking them out of the pots that may have 2, 3, 4, 2 of them, 3 of them in there. See all those in there? You can see those? I want to take those out and separate them so we don't lose the peppers. So, which is going to cost a little bit more in potting and soil. As you can see, we're getting rid of this bag and we're about to go into the new bag here. We got the new bag over here, so we might as well put that into the place to be so we can get that ready to go. So we had to go buy some more potting, more soil. Now this is on a low budget, very, very low budget. I'm running this garden on a very low budget, as you guys can see. So, you know what I mean? It's very inexpensive. I'm gonna have to put some water into these because I can see these are not liking the transplant right now. It's kind of like when you put new fish into an aquarium, you know what I mean? Like you have to get them set in there, just chilling in there for a little bit. But we got a lot to do right now, so I'm gonna just get this going right now so that we can get this taken care of. All right? So let me get to doing what I'm doing, and y'all just do what y'all doing and get on what you're drinking on, smoking on, sipping on, smoking on, snorting on, whatever it is you're doing. I don't judge. It's not my job. That's the man above. But we're going to get this thing rolling. So what we need to do is get all these things transplanted into these new pots as far as I can and utilize the ones that we still have left and see if we can separate these the best as we can so that they can have more of a opportunity to grow individually and more stronger. You know what I mean? We don't need them all together eating off of the same pot, the same plant, the same container. So if we can get one into each container, then that's what we'd rather have than a whole bunch of them in the same one. Okay, so but that's just the structure and the system that we're using right now. If we had a full yard and we had a big farm that we could do this on, we could do it totally different. But right now, that's the way that we're doing it right now. So roll with your boy. Hit a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. And well, let's get moving into this here. So, okay, all right, I got that going in here. You gotta be careful. You gotta put some more of this soil into here. I have some of this. Can you see that? I'm gonna show you it real quick. When I take them out of each pot that they've originally been in, okay, I don't know if you can see where I'm at, right there. Okay, so you see this pot here? It's kind of barreling over there because it doesn't, you know, it's not used to it, it's new, and we just unearthed it from its original pot that it was in. And then there's a whole bunch of dirt that are here that was in this pot here. So I try to put some of this dirt in here and some of the new potting soil at the same time so that, you know what I mean, you give a little place like home. So we can hopefully that they're gonna transplant fine and that they're gonna take on to the new containers that they're being put into, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to disturb them too much, but we've got to do this now or else we're going to destroy the entire system that we've done set forth and we've been working so hard to do. So hit a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. If you're already onto this channel, you've been on this channel this long and you're in the video to this long, you should already done hit like, share, subscribe because you evidently are rocking with what we're doing on this channel. So I need you to hit that like, share, and subscribe so that I can get some supporters, so that I can get some finances so that we may be able to make this an actual farm out of just a small time grow, corner grow. You know what I mean? We're in the corner right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to take ourselves out of the corner. We got to build it up. So you already see what we're doing right now. So we're taking them out of the overfilled pots and trying to individualize them so that they have a better chance of growing on their own. And hopefully that we can successfully do that. And that's what we're trying to do over here at DUBSEEZ Chronic. I have some weed plants that we got to deal with, but right now this is what we're dealing with. And let's get this situation, let's get this portion of the transplant done before we destroy it. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get to doing what I got to do. You already know what we're doing right now. So much love and thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done that already, I need you to do that as well as I need you to do that right now. Why not? You know, you made it this far in the video. Evidently, you're rocking with what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is take some of the potted soil and I try to drop some in the middle. I'll show you how I do it. I'm going to drop some in the middle of it so that when I wiggle my finger in there to put the new, to replant it, there's some of the potting soil that it was growing in at the beginning in it as well. So hopefully that helps it out and makes it an easier transition for the plant to start to grow. As you can see, like, they're starting to wither over and we're going to see what happens. I seem to be. But anyways, we're going to see what happens and hopefully that we can get this successfully transferred it over. Alright? So, you already know what I want you to do. If you haven't done that already, I need you to hit that like, share, and subscribe so that you can help to support the channel so that we may be able to help this channel to grow and to have a lot more subscribers in there that help people to, you know, that doesn't have a big budget. You know, this is a non-big budget section going on right now. There's a non-big budget project that's going on right now. So that's what we're doing right now. This one seems to be doing better than this one here, but you can see the leaves are lopping over. So I need to hurry up and get these things in here and retransplant it so that I can get some water onto them so that they can start to regrow and start to do their own thing. So please like, share, and subscribe to the video. I need your help to support the channel. That's what I'm doing it for, so that you guys can see what I know, so that you can apply it to what you know, and that we can do, you know, what we know. Holla at your boy. DUBSEEZ Chronic in the place to be. All right, so let's get this thing going here. So what I got to do is I already done retransplanted this one, so let's get it out of the way. Retransplanted this one. I still feel like I need to put a little bit in here because he looks homely. He looks like he is not enjoying it right now, but we're gonna put it in there and get that going. If I have to add some into it, I will add some into it. That's why I left the space. So, all right, so we got this one's retransplanted. That's what we're doing right now. We're retransplanting these. So I'm gonna slide them over as I retransplant them. As you can see them, this one's very full. How many stalks do you see in there? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm gonna do is take it out with my hand as gently as I possibly can without trying to ruin the root structure of it or damage the root structure of it. And then what we're gonna do is replant them into these new potters and pray that they will start to take on to the new pot that they're being planted into, and that they may. So let me put some more in this in here. Just want to make sure. So you'll see what I'm doing, and you'll see how I'm going. So I gotta replant it. So you gotta, you know, give it a good shake. What I do is try to wiggle it at the edge of it a little bit, shake it around, like run my hands around it a little bit and try to get it loosened from the edge of the container first, and then try to give it a little tap at the bottom of it, and hopefully it nudges it out a little bit easier. I don't know how you might do it, but hey, that's how we do it over here at DUBSEEZ Chronic, okay? So give it another couple of taps. Okay, I can feel it just came out there. There we go, that's what we want. Couple of taps. As you can see, you're gonna lose some root structure, but hopefully that it regains it. Can you see the root structure at the bottom out there? You see that root structure there? I know you can see it. There's all kinds of root structure in here, but what we're gonna do is break this apart, and hopefully the main part of the structure of these will stay intact enough that we'll be able to replant them. So that's what we're trying to do right now. So I'm gonna take this piece over here, put it back over here. And all I simply do is I put it down as gently as I can and try to keep the structure of the roots as best as I can. I try to wiggle it apart. That's why it's important about your medium, the medium that you use. You don't want your medium to be too clumpy, too sticky, where you can't accomplish this. And I think I might have done that at the beginning, trying to use some dirt that, sorry y'all, I'm just trying to pay attention to these roots here, because that's the important part about this. You're trying to restructure the roots. They've been growing in this for a couple of weeks now, and I need them to keep growing. So here, I'm gonna show you what it looks like, because I didn't have any money, the budget was low, so I had to use some dirt that was from outside, and that's why you see it so dark. This darker dirt, that's the better potting soil when I got some money. But I need to take these roots individually. I need these roots to separate and still keep enough that they'll continue to grow, or else we've wasted our entire season, at least for the peppers anyways, right? So all right, so I did what I can do, and I'm trying to let them just dangle and shake off and separate on their own, which is what we generally want to do. And see, that's what they're doing. So you see, so I believe that should be enough root structure for it to be able to re-transplant. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I'm not going to play with these too long, and I'm not going to talk to you too long about it. But I've already got a couple of these there's a tip here, I need some more in here. So I need some more in here because we already know what's going on. So all right, so I put it in here, I stick my finger in here about maybe 1.5 inches to maybe 2. And then all I do is just gently push the dirt, the medium, the potting soil, whatever you choose to call it, around the plant as gently as I can, so that it can form its own. You know what I mean? I don't want to create it. I want it to create its own organically. So there we go. And there goes one that's potted. So that's what it looks like. Now it's individually into its pot, which we want, and we're going to try to do that to as many as we can within our budget, right? So let's keep it moving. I'm going to keep these smaller ones, so that once we're done with the bigger ones, then we still have the smaller ones to deal with. But I want to try to get the ones that have the most number of plants into them individually into these bigger pots, so that we'll be able to maximize the amount of peppers that we'll be able to get out of this season, out of this grow, out of this. And I'm not really quite sure what I'm trying to say right now, but you understand what I'm trying to say. We're trying to maximize as many peppers as we can. Because if we allow them to die because they're overcrowded, well, then that doesn't make any sense to me. So what I'm trying to do is get these things as they individually into their pots and allow them to grow. So that's what we're doing. And this video, I can tell, is going to go a little bit long because I am talking a whole lot into it, but I just want you to get a good understanding of what was going on here. It's not a big budgeted, farm or anything like that as well. So look, I'm just gonna lift this up. Okay, one sticking to it. Look at that. Now what do? Okay, all I'm gonna do is try to just gently wiggle apart. And thankfully, the root structure basically stayed together so that we can put this in here and replant. Transplant it, replant it, repot it, So I'm generally happy with what's going on right now. So we got to keep moving. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. At the same time, I don't want the plants to feel... No, I just got to put some water on there. I don't know why. I feel like I need to put a little bit of water in there. Give them some to... Just a little bit, Not a whole lot. I just need them to have a little bit of water in there so them roots are welcomed into their new habitat, their new container. And sorry, that's just what it is, and that's what happened. So alrighty, so that was that's 5 new ones. We got another 10 of them. So we got another 10 of these bigger ones, so that we'll have to supplement them for the smaller ones, but at least we're doing what we can when we can, and that's all that we can do. And don't try to worry, don't go crazy, you know, you can only do what you can do. When you're sitting there trying to pressure yourself about stuff you can't do, then I believe that you put yourself in a worse situation than if you just go with the flow. Only allows you to buy 5, 10, 15 of them, then just buy 5, 10, 15 of them and keep it moving. It may do, you never know, it might be just what you need, you know? It might not even, you might be overbuying, or, you know what I mean? You don't want to overbuy, so all I'm doing is just taking the new medium, putting it at the bottom so that we have a base. Get the base in there, and then we can go from there. So right now I just want to make sure that we have the base and enough to retransplant the ones that we're taking out and dealing with right now. These evidently need more, so I'm going to use 2 scoops, maybe 2.5, some of them, you know, depending on. Actually, I should just fill them up because I like it the way that they're going. Break up the medium. Some of the medium comes a little bit still chunky and clumpy. So what I'm going to do is just, I won't fill it up completely, but I'm going to fill it up pretty good. You know, let me get this out of the way and put, you don't want to pussyfoot around with it. And hey, if you haven't done so, please like, share, and subscribe the videos. It helps with the algorithm of our channel to be able to support the channel, to be able to give the channel. Like I said, I like to put some of this old medium that it was originally grown and prepped in. And yeah, so whatever. That's just what I want to do. If you don't want to do that, that's up to you. You don't have to. That's just something that I do. I want to make sure I can break up these big clumps that are in here. I'm going to put some of that old medium that it was originally grown in there. Mix it up in there a bit. And yeah, I think that that's doing good for it. So that's just what I think. What do y'all think? Leave a comment in the description box, the chat box, you know. Leave a comment, just what you think, what's going on with the channel. I agree, and I appreciate anybody that interacts with the channel. And I don't want to lose this medium, so gotta be careful here. And we got a couple more here. I think there's 3 more in there. So I'm gonna dig a hole in there with my finger as deep as I can. And then I'm just gonna place it so that the root gets completely covered, is the main part that you need done. Okay, so now that the root is mainly covered, then I can kind of lift it to where I want it to set. And there you go, that's basically all that I'm doing. It's simple. Individualize each one of them, and then keep moving on. So I'm gonna put these over here. I'm running out of a little bit of space. And yeah, so I'm gonna use this, put this over here. We're just gonna keep moving forward. We got a couple more here that are already separated. Put a little bit of this medium that it's originally known to be into, and we're just gonna put that around the stem of it because the root's gonna be deeper than that anyways. So there we go. Put the root in there, get the root covered up. Leave that boy in there, and there we go. And if I have to take these out completely and fill the container and then put them back in and then top it off, I can do that later. But for right now, we're just trying to get these individualized because they've been in these smaller containers for far enough. You know what I mean? They're growing nicely, as you can see. So what we're gonna do is give them a little bit more space to grow. What happens when you have more space to grow? You usually produce better fruit. So that's what we're worrying about now, and that's what we're thinking about right now, and that's what we're going to continue to do right now. So let me top off the rest of these ones here, because it's looking like the system's going okay. I feel good about it. What do you guys feel about it? Leave a comment in the description box below. Don't want the medium to be chunky and clumpy too much, so I got to dig through it a little bit and I don't want to fill the containers up too much, just so that, you know, I can stretch the potting soil a bit more, and at the same time, they don't need to be completely filled. They're already in better situations. They're already in much different containers. So this one having 3 to 4 to 5 of them into it, to just one of them being in here, much better situation for them already, right? So tap that down, pack it in a little bit. That's just what I do. You don't have to. I just try to compact it a little bit so I can get a better reading of the soil. And here goes the last one of this pot here. And all I'm gonna do is stick my finger. As you can see, I stick my finger completely into the medium so that the root has a space to go into nice and directly. And I'm gonna have to put a little bit more in this one because this root's a little bit longer, and we don't mind that. We want that. So let's put a little bit more in here. Bring it up and bring a little bit of this old soil in here. This one over here is doing pretty good, so re-level it just a little bit, and then stick my finger as much as I can into it so I can get that root in there, and it can do what it needs to do. What do you think? Do you think they're going to grow? Do you think that they're going to structure? Do you think they're going to retransplant? Do you think they're going to do well? Leave me a comment in the description box below. What's up? What do you think, fam? What do you think, company? What do you think, community? I do this for you, so I need you guys to interact. So what's going on with that? Alright, so I'm just going to just keep replanting as I keep replanting. And this one here. Alright, so now we got to take another planter. We need one with that, like, with 5 of them, like 5 and 4 of them. That's the one that we really want, so that we can separate them. The ones that have 2 in there, I believe that they'll do still okay. I'm not worried so much about those. It's the ones that have about 4 or 5 of them into it. And I didn't really roll that one. Sorry about that as I was talking to you, but it's okay. But you can go back to it now. Pop it out. We're hoping that, you know, it doesn't damage it too much, so that we can reuse them. I'm hoping that I don't damage the root structure too much, so that they don't, you know, they don't damage their growth. Hoping that we are okay here. So we got another one here. As you can see, the root structure into it's pretty okay. So hopefully it'll continue to grow as we replant it in here. That's what we're trying to do. If it doesn't work, well then, hey, there goes the end of the season, but I don't believe that that's what's going to happen. I'm a new grower, a new-ish grower. Not completely new, but I'm a newer grower. And I just try out things that I feel will work. Like, what do you think? Let me see. What do you think? Can you see that root structure? I think that root structure is definitely okay enough to far exceed the transplant, and it'll be healthy enough in order to complete through the transplant. So that's what we're trying to do right now. What do you think? Leave a comment in the description box below. Or am I doing this completely wrong? Let me know. I'm a city boy. I love country life. But I'm just trying new things. I gotta eat up my time as my music sells. DUBSEEZ the foolery. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna structure this over because I don't think it's hitting me enough. But we're good. There we go. I believe that's better. Anyways, so we're gonna keep moving, and hopefully we can get all of these taken care of. We only got 5 more to retransplant, so that's not leaving us very much to retransplant there. So I didn't do the math correctly on these. So what I'm gonna do is go back to the store there, and we're gonna have to make another video which you guys can catch up with on the next episode. And but that's what I'm trying to do right now, so we do not lose the ability for these to grow individually. And yeah, so I think there's like 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna leave those 2 together. And this one, I don't know. I don't know if I like that one, but we'll see. We will see, people. We will see. I think you can put 2 in a pot and they should do just fine, but I'm not trying to do that this season. I want to see what happens when you put 1 into 1. 1 for 1. I'm just trying to save individually, and then there we go. And now we'll continue to do that for next episode. We don't have to worry about that there, but I just wanted to get you guys some more content, and so I needed more content out, to be honest, and so you guys can see what we're doing here at the farm. DUBSEEZ the Foolery. DUBSEEZ the Chronic. Same person, same thing, you know. Just do what we gotta do, when we can do it, how we can do it. Don't have to completely fill them up, alright? You know what I mean? They don't have to be completely filled up because they're already in a better situation. You can re-top them up later. You don't have to do that right now. Right now, all I'm worried about is getting these things as transplanted as much as I can. That's 15 that are individually on their own planting, and we'll see how that works. Right? Still got a good amount left in this bag here. It's not completely done, but that'll be good for topping up and everything else once we get them all transplanted and see what happens. So I don't need to worry about that. So these ones, and I believe they'll do okay. They should do just fine. They just got to take the time to rehabilitate and get used to being in some new planters, potters. All I'm doing is I'm tapping this so that I can compact it as much as I can. You know what I mean? Make it a bit better. And what I want to do is put a little bit of this soil that it was originally grown with in each one of these. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that would help its state? Do you think that that's going to help it to grow better or to transplant better because it has some of this in here? Ooh, that one's pretty good. I want to get that in there now. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry, I had to get that in there now. It had a good, nice, like, root structure with it, so I'm trying to prop these up so that they're sitting up straight in the best way that I can. Okay, so don't get mad, stay glad. We're doing what we can here at DUBSEEZ the Foolery. And if you got a better way, let me know. Some of this soil in there, and soil in there. Really wanted to have some of that soil that it was originally grown in there. You know, I just have, it's like having your mother's breast milk, I believe, which I don't want to sound gross to anybody, but you get a non-supply your mother's breast milk opposed to this cow milk. I think you do a lot better. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. It's just my opinion. We've only got a couple more. We've got 2 more. 1, 2 more that we can transplant. And then we have the little ones that we can transfer those into, but that's pretty much it there. And what I'm gonna have to do is go back to the store and get some more potters and planters. You know, once you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button, thank you very much. To anybody that's still on the video, that's been here with this video, this is what we're doing. I mean, do something positive. What I think I'm gonna do with this one, just because I think it'll work, I'm gonna stick a second one in here. This one's just a special one, and I'm trying to save some potters and planters and see if this will work. There you go. So that one's done. We've got 2 more planters. So what should I do? How many do I have left in this one? 2 in this one. That one has 4. Then that means that I have to put 2 and 2 and 2 that way. I'm okay with that. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the description box below. This one's going pretty good. I think I'm gonna use this one here. The other ones, this one's got 4, but that's small, and I believe that I'll be able to get it into a new planter before it destroys. Yeah, what do you guys think? So, we got 2 4s. Yeah, is there a better one that's got 4 in there? No, that's got 2. That's got 3, 4, but that little small one in there, that's small. I believe we're gonna use this one right here. That's what we're gonna do. Just roll the outside of it there, and hopefully it won't destroy the root structure. Get it in there and separate it so that 1, 2, and 1 more, maybe 2. There we go. All right, so just gonna let it do its thing and give it a little bit of pressure. Like I said, I didn't have the money at the beginning to I don't know if it's gonna work, y'all. I hope that it does. Right. So I'm just gonna put 2 and 1 here. I know 2 will work, and they were stuck together, so I'm just gonna let those ones stay stuck together. And like this one, the root structure didn't. I'm not happy with that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna plant it somewhere, maybe right even here. So right here. I don't like the way that root structure went, but maybe it will work. I don't know. I'm new to this, so we're trying it out. If it works, if you know it'll work, let me know. Leave a description in the comment section. And then this one here. We got 1 more here, and I'm gonna put that one in there. And the root structure looks like it's still okay in this one. So what we're gonna do is put it in there. Okay, get in there, get in there. There we go. Get. There we go. That way, and that way, there. Oh, no. Hey, hold on. Hey, there we go. Alright. And I'm gonna put some of this stuff here around these. I got a lot of it. I just wanted to have some juice from when it, you know. Put some there. Get some in here. Get out of here. I don't know what bug that was. No need of wasting any of that medium. that's pretty much the show, y'all. I want to thank y'all that have tuned in and liked and shared and subscribed. Like the people that have stuck around to the ending of this video. It means a lot to this channel, and it means that you're enjoying the content that's going on here. This one is flopping pretty bad, and I don't like it. But I have no choice, you know, I'm just learning. I didn't even look on YouTube. I just did what I felt was natural, and that's what we're trying to do here. We're going to see what happens and what works and what doesn't. We still have these that haven't been unsoiled, so we're going to see what happens. Overnight, give it 24 hours, feed it some water. Oh, still got some more here we can put around and spread some love. Get that in there. I think I can take one more because I have 3 containers. I need one that has 3 in it. And we're gonna separate that bad boy. And that one has 3. There we go. This one has 3. So we're gonna do this one, and then that'll be the end of it there. And let's pray to God that this works. I believe it's gonna work, but you know, nothing wrong with a little bit of congregational love, community love. Alright, hopefully this works, y'all. Now we got 4. So that didn't, I should have took one that had 4 in it instead of 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens, family. Let's see what happens, community. What do you think is going to happen? They're looking kind of sappy right now, and I don't like it. But it is what it is. We had to do it. We had to transplant them. Can't keep them in the same containers. You know how excited I'm going to be if this works out well, which I believe it's going to. I'm already starting to feel that way. I'm just not sure because I haven't tried it, and it's the first time we're doing it. What do you think's going to happen, family? Alrighty. Alright, I think that's full enough. And let's compact these. Put our holes in it. Insert our peppers. And hopefully, once I water these, they should. Yeah, we're gonna see. I don't know. New. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to properly transplant? I need you guys to I need your comments in the comment section. I need to know that everybody's interacting with the channel. What do you think? What's going on? What is it? What's the deal? What's going on in your garden? They're folding pretty heavily, and I do not like that. I just want to spray some water on them. Put a mist on them. I don't believe a mist will do bad for them. We're in the shade right now too as well, so hopefully it'll help them. everything in there. Let's get everything in there. One more we can transplant. So let's find one that's got 2. And I think this one has 2, so we'll take this one out, split 1 into 1, and there we go. And that's all we're going to be able to do for today, y'all. I believe. Not bad, they're okay. Not bad. Alright, let's quickly get these things retransplanted. Want to put some fresh meat in them because the first medium that I used, like I said, it wasn't the greatest medium to use, but evidently you can see that it worked so far, and hopefully this is going to be able to be enough for them to continue to grow well and to produce good fruit, good vegetables in this case. We'll be working on the fruits in another episode. And we got one more here, so there we go. Now we'll put some of that medium on there so that it has some of the old medium that it's used to and some new medium. Yeah, no? So hopefully this works out, y'all. What do you think? Alrighty. There we go. There we go. Just spreading them out in any little order. I'm going to give some of this old stuff without trying to destroy this stuff. You know? The ones I really want them to grow. Like I really pray that they grow. Praying that this stuff grows and it becomes very good for people to enjoy and nourish their bodies with well-grown, positive fruit, vegetables, whatever you're growing. Like I said, this is DUBSEEZ Kronic, and we're gonna as well bring the Kronic into the channel too, but right now this is the vegetable side of it, because I said this garden's gonna be growing more than just marijuana. You know what I mean? You know, I like my likes, but we need to keep it healthy. So, yeah. Get you some over here. Not quite sure where or who hasn't been hit yet, but it looks like they all been hit somewhere. Doing too bad. I don't think we got over here too well. You're looking like you're needing some love, some appreciation, some respect. All that we've been through. Huh? How we looking, family? How we looking, community? These flies over here are getting vicious. So I'm gonna store this stuff back in here. Now all I'm going to do is just re-water these in a little bit and let them do their thing and pray that they rejuvenate themselves and their exuberance lifts up, and which I believe they will. I need you guys' comments and prayers that they will get through the transplant portion of this, and we're going to see tomorrow. Leave your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is DUBSEEZ Kronic. And, you know, there ain't much Kronic in the video right now, but it will be here because I've had them, and they're on the other side of the building, and they're doing just fine, just to let you know. And they've started their second stage, so they've come out of their veg part there, and they're starting to produce the leaves that are going to start to impress people and have people more excited in the channel. So I know how much you guys like those plants opposed to regular plants. So shout out to the tomato plants that are popping up here. Shout out to the tomato plants. Let's get you guys in there. Yeah, you guys been through it too. So we got the tomato plants here. Got one more that should be popping out soon, and we'll see if the seedless cucumbers do anything. I don't know if they're going to or not, but yeah. I don't like seeing the dirt all over the leaves. Try to get that dirt off of them here now. So please like, share, and subscribe, as I said at the beginning, the middle, and pretty much through the whole entire video. We need those likes, shares, and subscribes. Much love and respect to you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. DUBSEEZ Chronic.